Hi everybody, I'm Holly, and today I'm going to show you how to step by step do a hurdle into whatever skill you want to do. This might be kind of boring for a lot of people, but if you have ever had problems on your hurdles going into a round off or a cartwheel, you'll know what I mean. But if you haven't, I'm sorry, just bear with us. But when I first started gymnastics, I found it so hard to run and do my round off or my cartwheels or my handsprings or whatever I wanted to do, because I couldn't see how the gymnast or how you were supposed to move your feet. So I actually did this by accident one time. I was actually watching gymnastics on television, and I accidentally hit the slow-mo button. I went to go get a drink or something, and I hit the pause button. Well, instead of hitting the play button, I hit the slow-mo button, and just happened to be on the floor exercise, and it was a girl doing a round off back handspring, and it was in slow-mo how she ran and did her hurdle into her round off back handspring. And I never could figure out how your legs and how your feet were supposed to, be in those positions going into the hurdle. I never could figure it out. But once I saw it broken down in slow-mo, I was like, oh my gosh, that is what I'm supposed to do. So if you've ever had any problems learning how to do your hurdle into your round off back handsprings or your cartwheels, this is the video for you. I'm going to try to break it down and show you exactly how I learned, and maybe it'll help you. Okay, I apologize if the wind is too loud and you can't hear me. I'll do a voiceover. So if it's too loud, sorry. First, I'll show you a round off. I'll do a hurdle round off, just so you know what I'm talking about. And then I'll break it down in piece by piece so you can figure out how to do it yourself. Okay, that is what my hurdle looks like. In the beginning, it looked like nothing like that. I basically would run and go into the cartwheel or round off, and there was basically no run or jump. No jump to the hurdle, nothing. It was just run, bang, did my cartwheel, that was it. But now it looks a lot better with that. Well, it not only makes it look better, but it also is a lot easier to do, because you also have a little bit more power going into the skill, what you want to do. But I think my problem is when you called it a hurdle. And I think if people had called it almost like a skip, because that's basically what it feels like when you're doing the hurdle. It's almost like a skip. So that's what really helped me, that, oh, it's kind of like a skip. So this is how I broke it down. Basically, I feel like when you go into your hurdle, it's almost like you feel like it's like a marching in midair. It's like you're marching. Kind of like, okay, maybe this is how you march. I feel like your hurdle is almost the exact same thing, except it's just a little faster and your toes are pointed. Another good exercise to get your hurdle, I folded up my mat, and what I'm basically going to do is hurdle on top of it. Okay, after you get that exercise down, you could actually try doing a skill after the hurdle, like going into a skill. But if you want to actually practice getting ready to go into the skill because you're afraid that you may not be able to control the skill, like, you know, you're gonna fall doing the cartwheel or round off because you're just learning the hurdle. What you can do is you can do the hurdle and just simply put your hands on the ground and just simply not do the cartwheel right away. Make sure you know what you're doing going into the cartwheel before you actually, you know, go over into it, into the cartwheel. I'll show you what I mean just right. Hurdle and go in like that. And once you do that, you can actually take your mat and throw it on the ground. Do a little bounce. And then go for it. In the beginning, you don't have to run into your hurdle. But once you get the hurdle and then you get like the round off, you're gonna start wanting to do the round off back handspring or round off back tuck or cartwheel into the round off. So if you add a little bit of a run to it, you can actually do more skills because you're going to have more power. But this is one way that I got to be able to run into my skills. That's all for this week. I hope that really helps you to get your hurdle, and I hope to see you next week. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.